Coming to you live from the land of dense forest and hyperlight, it is the Tales and Dragons podcast. It's your Saturday Night Live theme song right now.
Woo! Okay, anyways, I am your Rainbow Rave mode god tier page of space, Andrew.
I am your anthropomorphic doggo man, Brayden, who is your mage of light for today, I guess.
Today, I mean,
and every other day we do this.
And every other day continue on into infinity. Welcome one and all to the medium. Also,
it's our medium.
It is
and your medium. For now, I'm kicking you out once we're finished with this.
Once this is done recording, you gotta leave, man. Go back to your own session. Get out of here. We don't want
Andrew will happily teleport you out of here.
Yeah, I will happily send you into the nth dimension.
We'll send you into the nth dimension at Mach 10 speeds.
I will happily transport you from here into your next plane of existence.
You may or may not survive.
Well, depending on how it goes, and depending on how I'm feeling, it might go swimmingly, it might go that you're disassembled into all your component parts.
It really only depends on if I had my coffee this morning.
Yeah, did I have this coffee this morning?
Was it good?
I actually did have my coffee this morning.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. No, you guys have got great luck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're giving the best of luck. Literally.
No, it's all mine.
Brayden, you're not the
I'm not sure if it's something I can give away.
Well, okay, wait, you're a mage of light, so you foresee... Okay, wait, no,
yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
I can see the future.
Kind of. Well, you're not a seer, though. You're like...
No, but I can... Isn't it like... Why are we discussing this right now? Isn't it like I see all information?
We're in our session, we're still very
confused. It's like omnipotence, kind of.
Yeah, like,
borderline omnipotence.
Borderline omnipotence, and then there's me. Basically, you'll basically guide me so that they don't end up disassembled into their component parts.
Yes.
Okay.
I won't tell you. I won't spoil it for you guys.
Yeah. It'll happen at the end.
I won't spoil if you survive or not.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be at the end of the episode anyways. It'll be A-okay. It'll be great. Trust me. Have faith in your Have faith in your page of space. I got this. Anyways, I had an epiphany before we started recording this podcast, before this episode, that I like the fact that recently we started doing the thing where, like, we're broadcasting from this location. I really like that, Brayden, because it's the eventuality if we ever get big, like, if we ever get, like, really popular, and we actually do, like, a live show, we can actually say, we're broadcasting live from, like, New Hampshire or some shit.
From New Orleans.
From New Orleans, yeah. And we can be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, from, like, a panel at PAX East.
Dude, that'd be amazing. Except, I think I prefer PAX West, or PAX Prime, rather, because that way I'm still in Washington.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have to drive very far. I mean, if you're still in Hawaii, like, you know how it is. Anyways, yeah. I just really wanted to tell you about my epiphany I had. It was a very good thought I had at one point when I was, like, walking down to my bus stop, and I just, like, was thinking about the Tales and Dragons podcast, and I was just like, huh, I really like that. Anyways, yeah. So, before I get into my, like, craziness that I've been up to, what about you, Brayden?
And so Andrew recently has...
Just about your life,
Sorry.
not mine!
I know! 1 second. I'm calling it right now!
Oh my god, what are you doing?
No, I'm calling it right now!
What? Calling who?
My mom, because she lost her phone. I heard her from downstairs. And while you were, like, talking to me, I was calling her phone as she walked up the stairs. It was just like, I'm already calling your phone.
I just want to bring, like, light to this, that we're getting more professional about this. We're still not very professional, are we?
Yeah, it's like, there's too many factors that you can't control.
Yeah. But, anyways, like...
Quickly restart the podcast!
Brayden, okay, I think we've reached the turning point. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We've gotten through the intro. We can't restart it.
We've gone through the
We're
intro.
entrenched in this.
We've gone through the intro with little to no stuttering. We've gone in and like explained Sburb a bit. Like we've already done our bits, mate. We're already knee deep in this. I mean, not really knee deep. I guess by this point, it's more like it is up to our pecs.
Yeah.
Our manly pecs. Like, we are so deep in this. So, like, I don't think we can actually bring ourselves back from this. Anyways, but yeah, what is going on in your life?
Well, you invited me to the MSPA.
Oh, yeah.
PFA. God dang it.
MSPFA.
Yes, that thing. To that channel.
It's the MS Paint Fan Adventures. It's basically, if you like Homestuck, this is for people who make fan ventures, aka me, because I have a webcomic. And basically they have a proper Discord server where like people can like talk and stuff, and like I've actually had help from like other authors and stuff, and it's really great. Anyways, I recently invited Brayden into it, and he will tell you a bit about what's going on.
Well, those who do not know me, a lot of you, whatever. So I like reading a lot.
Yeah, you like.
And so what I do is I go through the logs of literally everything everyone has posted in there, starting from when I actually got there, so I don't read like the 3 weeks before.
Oh no, the several months
reasonable.
Before.
Okay, so yes. So within reason, like each day I'll wake up. I say each day. I got in this like 2 days ago.
Exactly.
I've woken up the last 2 days, and I've gone over to the channel, and I've just read everything.
And then and then he tells me all about it.
Yes, I've sent so many pictures to Andrew.
Yep. And due to reasons, I wasn't able to be here. Today is Tuesday, the 27th of June. I'm finally on summer break. I'm finally free from my educational shackles, at least for 3 months. But for the moment, I'm a free man. For a moment, I'm free to do whatever the hell I want within reason and within the law.
The law.
Okay, Brain, you can shut up because your favorite character is Terezi, and she is all about that law. She is.
My hoodie tastes like cherry and
justice. Exactly. You have. Dude, well, yeah.
I bet it doesn't actually smell like cherry.
Well, that's too bad. But Brayden, like, can't you actually like cosplay Terezi at this point?
I just need the glasses.
He really just needs the glasses, and you're.
I just need the glasses.
You can do a human suck version.
I guess.
Yeah.
But the only problem is like the cape has the horns.
Whatever.
Yeah, I could like roll up to. Well. Yeah, I could go to school. I would have to wear the sweatshirt though, because the cape is very overbig.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
Andrew,
yeah.
it's gigantic.
Brayden, I'm aware.
I know.
You sat next to me in chemistry class wearing this red dragon cape. Full ensemble. I've seen you wear it. I am aware.
You haven't seen everything
Okay,
with the like red shoes, the red Crocs.
Okay, I have not seen the full ensemble. However,
neither have I. I haven't worn the shirt yet.
Yeah. I have sat next to you in chemistry class, and we're fully serious about learning, and you're just sitting right next to me, and you're just, like, dragon cape, and it's, like, I don't even know how to explain the experience of having a friend who just does that. Not that it's a bad thing. It is not a bad thing by any means, because I honestly find it absolutely hilarious. But at the same time...
Didn't Miss Lathrop just kind of look at me and just like, I'm not even gonna ask?
Yeah, you just kind of got a weird look from the creature, the teacher, the creature, the teacher creature. Like you just kind of got a weird look from the teacher, and then she kind of just like went back to teaching the class, and we just sat in the back of the class, just like, Yep, this is our life right now. How's it going?
It's not even like the back. It's like the back right corner.
Oh yeah, it is the back. No, it's the back left corner, you dingus.
Is it? Well, I guess when you walk in,
Yeah.
from where we sit, it's the back right.
Yeah, from where we sit, it's the back right. But if you were in Miss Latham's position teaching to the class, we are in the back left corner of the classroom.
I'm in like the backest leftist.
Backest. Yeah, you're on the corner. I am very in the corner.
You're left one seat.
I am leftmost of the corner with while still being in the vicinity of the corner.
He sits right next to me on my left. Because my right is
and
empty
you are
space.
the corner. That's
I
the
will
thing.
be your corner.
I'm your corner. I am the corner. I am the law. Anyways, and so basically, yeah, I've asked him a couple times, like how his stay in the Discord has been, and yeah.
There's so many pictures that they're so funny. Like the one where it's like, I'm just looking. I don't know how to describe it to you. It's the one in between literal Jake English, and underneath Dinosaur Kelly.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I kind of want to read it.
Oh, what, the Guide to Elves?
No.
Oh, it's not the
It's
Guide
like
to Elves?
it's two above it. It's just when I'm like, and then there's.
Oh, and then there's this. I look forward to that wondrous future. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, and he's not having fun of it, and I actually would have recorded this on. We actually would have recorded this on Sunday. However, I was at my granddad's, so I get to talk to you about that and how I lifted a tree. Brayden. Brayden, are you with me right now? Your mic might have cut out. Or are you just being very, very silent to keep the podcast rolling? Swear to God, Brayden, you better not be doing me bad. Anyways, I'll just go into detail, I guess, while Brayden gets...
Please do.
Okay. Was your internet jacking up?
Yes, I was talking. The thing is, like, when these pauses happen where Andrew can't hear me, I continue talking as if he still can hear me, even though I know there's a gap there.
Yeah.
So, like, if it just randomly, like, comes back, I can just continue talking like nothing happened.
Yeah, and then I am just in a jarring position where I have what the hell just happened. Anyways, so, basically, I was at my granddad's house for the past 2 days. I left on Sunday, stayed over for Monday, and yesterday was pretty alright. I woke up at, like, fucking, like, 8:30 or something like that. Took a shower, I had my granddad's breakfast, which was just like an omelet and avocados. It was pretty good. And then I had to go do yard work, and my granddad, he lives on, or actually no, that morning, their dog Pippa got stolen.
Really?
Yeah, really, like, when I got there, Pippa, like, they had her, like, she's a Westie, like a little white Westie dog, and she was like...
I don't know what kind of that is.
They're very cute. Anyways,
I'll look it up.
She was like, yeah, look it up. It's pretty good. It's some pretty good stuff. But anyway, she was tied up to kind of like this railing along their like porch essentially, and she was like wasn't feeling good, and basically, when we woke up and like Lisa went to go like take her for a walk, she was gone. The leash and everything was gone.
Oh.
Yeah, like, she and the leash were gone, and, like, Angelisa, like, called the police, and, like, called, animal control, essentially, and we were all, like, worrying about her, because it's like, she got stolen, it's not like she got hit by a car, like, because if she got hit by a car, you know what happened to her, she got hit by a car, like...
Yeah, you'd see it.
Yeah, but if your, like, animal gets stolen, it's like, or, like, if you lose your... Like, if you physically lose them, as in they're gone, like, they are in your vicinity at all, like, they have been stolen, it's really weird because you don't know what's happened to them or anything, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, this Sparta-Su thing, I had to go work down in his garden, and it's just, like, he lives in the very vertical part of Seattle, and so his whole garden is, like, very vertical,
Oh.
Like, I walk down, and I am on, like, a very thin walkway on a wall. I walk down a few more steps on a very thin walkway of a wall and stuff like that until I finally get to the sidewalk, essentially. And I had to pick up weeds and throw them into a bin, essentially, and then put that into the compost. And it wasn't that hard. I ended up getting paid for it and stuff like that. Like, I got some money. But, anyways, and so we were going through the motions. I nagged my granddad on his bin because this bin had like so many holes in it. Like, Brayden, there are parts where the plastic was like bent outwards. It was actually bursting at the seams, and granddad like, that's fine. It's nothing to worry. It's nothing to write home about or anything. Anyways, and like he still needs me out there because like when you walk down there, there's like a little wooden staircase that leads to the garden wall, essentially. The garden, like, terrace, I guess. And there's a tree. It's a cool cherry blossom tree that is essentially, it grows horizontally.
Oh.
Yeah, it, like, goes up, it goes up slightly, curves, and then just goes straight horizontally with, like, branches and everything, and it's really cool.
Why?
Brayden, because it's on a slope, and I think it's, like, kind of heavy, so, like, it kind of just grew that way, I guess? Like, something happened to it, I guess. And anyways, we had to basically support it, because the tree, apparently, because of that aesthetic, we wanted that nature aesthetic of when it's in spring, it blooms. And so, basically, it was this whole thing, this whole ordeal of me getting center blocks and, like, us, like, having these big planks of wood and barring it up and stuff, and my granddad like lifted the tree and lifted the tree like a few inches, and then we like stuck some we wedged some wood into it and stuff, and it was this like whole ordeal. It took about 2 hours, I guess, to do. It wasn't that hard, but yeah. Anyways, and then we went to the library. I got this cool book, and then I watched some of that good mystery shows with him.
Ooh.
Yeah, Brayden. British
detective shows.
Yeah, British detective shows are the best. I will stand by that opinion to my grave. Like, they are amazing, Brayden. Like, British cop shows versus American cop shows. I always gonna go for the British ones because they got that story I need. They got that really rich story and like good pacing, and it's not all action. It's like legitimate. Like, you can clearly see like how the detectives were like thinking this out, and it's not just Sherlock, because that'd be boring. I have watched Sherlock before; it's pretty good, but like it's like actual like policemen and stuff, and like the time period isn't always like in the modern day. It's like sometimes it's like in the 70s and stuff, which is the one like when I watched it, pretty good, and yeah, now the day before. That's the real kicker that I really wanted to talk about on this podcast.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh boy, okay, Brayden. So, I went to my first ever concert on Saturday. On Saturday, I went to my first ever concert that I personally have not performed in. That is the key difference.
I expected you not. Oh yeah, I understand now.
This is my first concert that I have not performed in myself because I've been in a band for 6 years. Yeah, actually about 6 years now. And I've been to concerts. This is my first concert that I just went to go watch and enjoy. Let me tell you, Brayden, it was an experience. It was a Pink Floyd concert. It was a Pink Floyd concert, but it was more by Matt Robinson, who was a guy who like split off from Pink Floyd, and he had like a lot of his own original songs, and he had like in the entire thing there was like 3 Pink Floyd songs, and it was really great. I was with my friend Owen, and my dad brought his friend Kent, and we all went to the Tacoma Dome, and it was really scary. There was so
okay, that took a turn.
It took a turn for the worse for me, mate. Like, it's packed with people. Like, you walk in through the metal detector to make sure you don't have, like, pocket knives or whatever. Like,
yeah.
To make sure, like, because they don't want what happened, like, at Manchester with the whole bombing thing, because, oh, God, it'd be horrible. Anyways, getting off of political timelines right now, back to my story. Basically, we were in it, and it was there. You saw all kinds of people there, Brayden. There were all kinds of people. According to Owen, he saw one guy who was like, just a really overweight guy who had like a Hawaiian T-shirt, but his like whole belly was peeking out from underneath it. And it was just like, it was.
It's like that one guy from Lilo and Stitch.
Exactly, like
who lost his ice cream, and then Lilo she took a picture, and then his ice cream fell over.
Anyways, and so we went through, and there's like a bridge connecting the stands, like a metal bridge connecting, like there's a shop ring essentially around it, and then there's a bridge that goes over a space that is like at least 20 or 30 feet above the concrete floor below, and that was scary. I did not like it. I didn't like it, and I went over and I sat in my seat. Owen went back to go get something, and I waited around patiently to go. I waited patient for him to get back for the concert to start. It was pretty great. Like, over to the right, they had like a black screen where they had like videos showing where there was this lady sitting on like a dune out in the beach. And she was kind of shifting, and like Owen and I kept on saying like the best quality, his wiggles, and stuff like that. And then the concert started. Brayden, it was an experience, let me tell you. So basically, according to Owen, apparently, since like Pink Floyd is basically like a heavy trance thing, like this is the shit that stoners put on, like when they are just high in the sky, Brayden.
Really?
Yeah, it's like really relaxing and trippy. And so like the first half of the concert was literally just happy, trippy, fun times. Brayden, there was, like, okay, let me explain some of the scenes. First off, there was the orb. The orb? Brayden. It was like, it started zooming out, like, and it just showed this, like, silver orb on the screen. And it was, and, like, not Brayden and I, Owen and I were just like, oh, the orb. And like this was like when the music was starting and whatnot, and like it zoomed out. It was like this silver orb like above a planet, and like essentially for a bit it was like following different scenes. Like it was hovering over, like it was going over like a street of like busy cars and stuff. It's like, you know, scenic. It was like very visual.
Yeah.
And the whole time Owen and I were just like, the orb. Anyways, it was pretty fun. And basically, so you remember that one time when I accidentally mispronounced it as Pink Fluid?
Yes.
You're gonna enjoy this. Basically, after a while, I just started yelling, "Fuck yeah, Pink Fluid!" like when the music actually started, I just like, "Yeah, Pink Fluid!" And I'm sure I made a few people around me quite mad. I'm sure they were like, what the hell is this kid doing? And yeah, and like every time it switched scenes, like there was a point where like they were just walking through, it's like, fuck yeah, Tesco! Like it was like grocery store scene, like it was like grocery store scene, and it was just like, fuck yeah, Tesco! And
Jesus.
Like it was like going to like a door of like some house, like, fuck yeah, neighbor's house. I was getting
it's amazing.
I was getting unintentionally hyped for it just so I could make fun of it and stuff like that. And it was very trippy. It got to a point where like it was animated, and like these big prisms were rising. Not rising from the stage. Actually, there was a point where prisms rising from the stage, but like on the screen, it like you could clearly tell it was animated and it was rising up. And like I made a joke like, "Look, it is the Sphere's lesser known minions, the prisms." And I was just standing, like we were making fun of it the entire time, but we had a blast. And the first half, it was essentially like really trippy. I gotta tell you about the Marinara Ocean, or the Marinara Sea. Basically, there was a point where, like it started, like, it was getting trippy, like, I had, like, a human, like, a random human, like, an anatomically correct human, like, from the torso upwards appeared, and then like a snake thing appeared from behind, like a snake thing up like winded like from the background to the foreground, like sliced it off and it decayed into a skeleton. It was really strange and scary, Brayden. And then like blood, I think, started like flowing around, and it like crashed with like one of the prisms like cracked and like red started gushing from it and stuff, and it went like all over the place. It was like sea torrent. And so I gained a new voice known as the little Italian kid. It's like, hey Papa, what are you doing? and Owen and I were doing that voice, and basically when we saw we call it the Marinara Ocean. Or the hands of the Marinara god. And we were just like, hey Papa, look, it's the Marinara Sea. It was great. It was amazing. And then it was just really crazy, really trippy. And like the music was also great. Although it was blasting, so like it was kinda hard to hear. But yeah, it was I think my throat was getting a bit parched. But yeah, it was insane. And then they had an intermission, and then like Owen and I walked back over, and there was I believe I said that like Owen basically summed it up that this concert was like 90, like the population of this concert was like 90% stoners and like 10% old people. And like I got a whiff of that because apparently to the left of us, like in a row, like I think a row down from us, there was someone smoking the good stuff, Brayden. There was someone apparently smoking weed, and that I might have gotten secondhand high from it. And I didn't, like, I didn't feel any different. Like I said, I told Owen, and apparently it's like, yeah, dude, you're high. You're high right now. And once I basically realized that, it's like, well, this is the Pink Floyd concert, alright? And like we went across the bridge, and then we went back across the bridge, sat down, and then like if you look down into like the main area before the concert stage, there's like a middle bit, and you saw like basically all the people who were like the roadies essentially, like making like audio mixers and stuff like that.
Oh.
And like you could see them. I could see them on their little computer screens, and like I could see like some of the video they were playing. And it was playing at the exact same time because they had to choreograph it, essentially, right? And it was really cool. And then, all of a sudden, Brayden, just the lights, I thought were lights, started lowering down. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Wait a second, that's not supposed to happen.
Oh, no, wait, I'm skipping ahead, sorry. So, you know, like, the Pink Floyd song, The Wall? Like, I remember, like, The Wall, you know?
I should probably say this, I have not listened to Pink Floyd at all. It's a really
good song. Anyways, and it was really cool because it was like basically the soul school thing. It's like, we don't need no man.
Oh yeah,
it was that and it was amazing. And they had like a bunch of kids from the local Tacoma school area, I think, who were like out on the stage with them, and they were like in like prison jumpsuits.
Oh
and
Jesus!
It was really cool. And, like, when they reached the chorus, like, the second chorus, they, like, ripped off their they ripped off their shirts with, like black t-shirts underneath that said resist on them, and they were just jamming. They started dancing, and it was amazing.
I imagine some of them just, like, mad headbanging and, air guitaring.
Like, some of them were, like, dancing in time with each other into some choreographed beat, and then, like, Owen and I were just like, oh, damn, look at them go! We're like, oh, shit! And no, Brayden, they were going ham. Like, some of the kids were, like, dancing, like, choreographically, I think, and others were just doing their own thing. They were jamming to their heart's content. It was amazing. And then, like, that's when the intermission happened. We went to go get, like, more drinks and more kettle corn. Or no, we just went to go get more drinks because I lost my Mountain Dew somewhere in the crowd.
You gotta always, like, hold on to that kind of stuff.
I hold on to it. A lady came by and knocked it over from the floor, and then, like, it just disappeared into the stands. So, like, it's like, well...
It's like actual bands.
Exactly!
Except there's a lot more
and then
instrument cases clogging up the
Brayden,
space.
It was really weird because then like the light things I thought were just light holders, like they were like black boxes essentially, started lowering down and then they started extending. Like they started extruding themselves, like expanding. And it turns out they were canvas for like screens. Like, projector screens. And they had this factory thing because he basically recreated the album art for Animals, which is the like one of the albums. And it's essentially like a factory with a pig above it, which my dad explained to me later. The pig, like, and there was a pig above, like, this, a random pig above, like, in between two chimney stacks on it. And Owen and I were just like, why is there a pig? Why? What's going on? And it's like, well, it turns out this is like from the album cover and stuff like that. My dad explained to me on our way up to my granddad's. And we were so confused and it made the experience so much better. Because we didn't know what was going on. And then it turned into like a political thing? Like, it turned into a thing where like, they started, like, there was a point in one of the scenes where they showed like a drone strike. Like, a legitimate, no, like, actual footage of a drone strike. Like, actual scary footage. It's like, oh, what's happening? And, like, they started, like, showing, like, weird things, like, Trump is a charade, like, a charade and stuff. Like, he's a fraud and he's a fucking joke. And stuff like that. It's like, yeah, he's an asshole. And it was great. And, like, they had, like, Photoshop versions of him, like, his face was, like, on a baby and stuff like that.
Excuse me?
Like, Photoshop onto a baby, like, it's symbolism.
Yeah, I know, but like...
It was really great. It's like, Trump's a fucking pig, in, like, big block letters, like, on the screen, and it was amazing. And, like, and then there was a, like...
Are you sure you went to a concert?
Brayden, it was a concert! I can assure you, it was insane! I am describing what I saw, and this is wholeheartedly what I saw and what everyone else saw. I know I am not crazy.
I'm pretty sure at least that 90% of stoned people did not see what you saw.
No. I have proof. I have footage.
No, I'm just saying that they might have seen a different thing.
No. Oh, okay, wait. Like,
it's a joke, and you just continue.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, it depends how high they were. Anyways.
Yes.
It was insane. It kind of turned into like this political thing because, like, of the song, it actually kind of fit. Even though the song was like written in the 70s, it still fit, which is kind of scary.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like the songs were written in like the 70s and 80s, but yet like the lyrics still fit with like the symbolism they were showing, and it was kind of scary because it's like, oh, that's the state of the world right now. Well,
yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's honestly horrible, and it was a very enjoyable concert. And then it kind of went back to like Happy Fun Times, and like they had this like the piggy bank of war, which is like this giant red pig, like that that was real. It was like a 100% real like giant like air hot air, like not hot air balloon.
Yeah, like it's a balloon.
Yeah, like a big inflatable balloon, like what you see at parades.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, piggy bank of war, and it was, like, input money, and then it's, like, output is, like, weapons in war and stuff like that, and, like, on the other side with Trump or something like that. It was really cool, and then Brayden, like, they switched off, like, the whole political thing, and it got scary for a bit again, because they were showing, like, torture scenes and murders, and it was really scary. And then, like, it went back to Happy Fun Times, and then the orb came back! The orb returned! The orb returned from its slumber! Like, no, Bryn, I don't even mean in the literal sense, like, I mean in the literal sense. There was a literal giant orb floating around the Jesus. I'm not even joking. Like, so, like, it went back on the screen, and then from the back corner, I'm like, Owen, look. There's, like, in the far off corner, I see a glistening, highly reflective silver sphere just come around, and I'm like, the orb is here. It was actually really cool because if you looked, you could see like drone parts on it, like those drone helicopters, so like they were using that to control it, and it was actually pretty cool. But like, dude, it was so crazy because we were joking about it, and then for it to like come back later, it was amazing. Just, it's the orb. All hail! It was like all hail. Like it was amazing because it went around the whole concert hall, and so we got like not up close to it, but it got decently close to us, and it was amazing. And like it like turned into this huge thing, and like lasers, man. So like they did the thing where like you know, like the Dark Side of the Moon album, where it's like it's got like the like prism, like the prism, like the white lines. It's like a light goes through it, and then like a rainbow comes out of it.
Yes, I do.
Brayden, they made a hologram out of lasers. It was amazing. There was basically they made like, and as like the sphere was circling around, essentially they like Q lasers like instantly appear, and they form a pyramid. They form a pyramid of like a bluish white like light. Not like fully, but like the outline of one, and it was really sick. And then they just like full on like light spectacle of like multicolored lasers and like raising up and down the stuff, and it was amazing and very very cool. And it was insane. They had a few last songs. They stopped in the concert to like thank everyone who was like who came out. And like he thanked like the people on stage with him, and then they did like I think they like did like two more things, and then like it was over, and that was the concert, and it was insane, Brayden.
Sounded insane.
Just the orb. That's probably my favorite part is the orb. We came. Oh, I think I made another joke that like, look, it is the orb's master, the pyramid. Oh god, it was amazing. Anyways, I think, oh god, I'm sweating right now. It is very hot here, and I'm getting very excited over a concert I saw a few days ago. But rest assured, it was insane. Owen took some video of it, especially when like the whole political thing became a thing, because he's like, yeah, it was really great, and I was like, yeah, stuff I support, yee. And then my dad was also taking footage, and like he showed my mom what happened, and she was like, yup, good on him. And it was really cool, and it was my first concert I've ever been to, and it was amazing. It was very fun, and we didn't go home till like midnight.
Oh Jesus!
Brayden, we got there at like we left at 8. We got there at 9:30, and
AM or PM?
PM. Okay. So we stayed there for like 15 hours. It was insane, man. No, we went from like we left at 8. We got the Tacoma Dome at 9. And then while we waited for everything to start and stuff, it like went till about I think 10:30 or 11:30. And then by the time we got home, it was like midnight, and then like it's like 11:30 or midnight, and like Owen stayed over and we slept, and then we woke up. I woke up the next day and I had to go to my granddad's. And,
to your granddad's.
Yes, and we were definitely we were definitely high afterwards. Like not insanely high, but like it was like you could tell
noticeable.
It was kind of noticeable if you knew what you were looking for. Like apparently Owen kept on making the joke of like you look like you just came back from the optometrist, because like my pupils were like heavily dilated and stuff like that. And like I think at one point we were talking on our way back to the car, like because we had to we walked a decent ways to go back to a car, and there was a guy in a limousine, and we just assumed he was the asshole. Like it was like one guy and his driver, and he was going to a Pink Floyd concert, and we both concluded, yeah, that guy's an asshole. But just if you're showing up to a Pink Floyd concert, I assume just in a limousine and stuff, it was it's no, that's too much. You're going too far there, mate. And also, speaking of fancy stuff, what happened on stage at one point, like they were wearing pig masks. I think that was during like the Animals album, and then another point, like he literally took out like a glass. It had champagne in it, and he just drank it on stage whilst everyone else was playing. He just like it's like yep, cheered like they zoomed in on with the camera, and it like projected on the screen, and you just see him like cheer raise his glass up and toast to the like crowd, and he just drank it. It was like what's happening? It was a lot of the things we said was what the hell is happening? And yeah, it was very cool. And afterwards, Owen and I, as we were walking, I think I said something about a night owl, and then Owen and I started singing the Midnight Cruise song.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm a member of the Midnight. I think I said night owl, and then it's like. And then Owen started saying, I'm a member of the and I joined him, and we just sang that, like, on the way to the car. And it's like, it was like, yeah, we're not high. We're not high. Totally not high. Like, that was a running joke with, like, yeah, totally not high. Not us. That's not us. Anyways, yeah, it was an experience, to say the least, and I hope that, I doubt it was broadcasted or anything. I hope, I hope someone got like a recording of it and put it on YouTube because it was an experience. Anyways, that's my whole Pink Fluid concert thing. Let's go on to our favorite time of the day, talking strats, because I know I've made you play RimWorld a bit.
How do I want to describe RimWorld?
I think we want to describe RimWorld, haven't we? It's basically like
yes.
Fight Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, but this time, I've done
mods.
Too many mods.
You've done the hard mods, Brayden.
Yeah, like I said, anytime I boot up a game, it's like, how many mods can I fit into this game to make it better? Not to make it better, just to make it more enjoyable.
Just to make it even harder for myself and make
yes, that's actually what I've done.
I know. Anyways.
So there are two ends of the spectrum. There's Jimmy, who is not really good at these kinds of games, and he likes playing it on like low difficulty, where it's easy, and he cheats a lot. I'm just gonna put that out there. He cheats like almost any
cheater.
I don't know any really saying the same thing again. My mind is blanking here. I don't have any examples of recently. I know there is one in there. I just can't think of it.
Brayden, I think you're blanking for me telling you, you having a secondhand experience of the concert from what I've described to you.
No, it's just being here is messing with my brain. I don't exactly get. It's just I don't get like human contact on a day-to-day basis. That may or may not be because I stay in my room. Shut up.
But again, you live in Hawaii and you don't know anyone other than your family, so you have good reason.
Yes. I don't even know my family. So,
anyways.
What I've done is I've enabled this mod. Besides a lot of race mods.
Yeah.
I've enabled like quality of life mods that make things easier, and just a bunch of other like random mods, like fun ones, like it changes the turrets into portal turrets. They even talk and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
Where I've made it to the point where the entire map is constantly filled with zombies.
There we go. It's the Great Zambinos.
It's just the mod is called Zombieland. The only sad part about it is that you can't really get infected with the zombie plague. The only problem with if you would add that, it would really break the game, kind of, because they've made it to the point where, well, it's not that it would break the game. It's like I don't know how it would work in the whole like Zombieland thing, because if zombies are constantly around your base, if you want to leave, odds are somebody's going to get infected. But you can tweak the settings and stuff, and it's cool. The entire left side of my compound just is shrouded with zombies. I've made it in the settings where they can't break down walls, because I've turned that on and they instantly start breaking it down because they seem to be infinitely aggravated for some reason. So I'm like, yeah, let's not turn that on. They also They also kill literally everything on the map. So like wildlife is now dead. People who like bring caravans through and stuff, they're now dead. People who try to help me are also now dead. Just literally, I'm in the middle of the map, just sitting there with my compound, with me, Andrew, and all of our friends. Justin died from infection in his toe. And so it's literally just we're stuck in our safe haven. We don't go outside the walls. Like Attack on Titan, we'll say.
It is full on Attack on Titan, but this
and nobody comes in because they can't get past the zombie swarm that is on the outside of my base.
They're all dumbasses.
Yes, because they'll like walk past the zombies, and then the latest like trade caravan, I watched it. They walked past the zombies, and the zombies actually attacked them, and they stopped what they were doing and killed the zombies. And instead of like continuing on their merry way to my base, they're like, "No, we got to kill all of the zombies in like a 30-meter radius of this one spot where this one zombie attacked me." And I'm like, "How are you?" It's like I took my character and I'm like, go out there and see if they have any steel because I need steel. And I walked out there like safely because they'd essentially cleared all like the 3 zombies that were in that area. And I'm like, do you have any steel? And they're like, no. And I'm like, fine. And I leave and I go back in the base. And as of now, I'm not sure if they've even entered like my base yet or if they're still just walking around. No. I put the trading spot in my base so they would go into my base, but instead they decide they're going to chill outside with all the zombies.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Love the game.
It's fun.
Yeah, I always like it.
It just needs to be harder.
Whenever we do these talking strats and we talk about video games we love, we always like immediately go into the fact that the things that anger us deeply, and then we just end it like, it's actually very fun. You should probably like invest in it. It's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Just low key. And it's just like, oh god. I have been playing Dwarf Fortress. I've been playing Dead Cells. Have I talked about Dead Cells before on this podcast?
I believe so.
And guess I'll have
had it for a while.
I think I talked about it briefly. It is essentially like a 2D Dark Souls, and it's really well done. I love the whole concept of it. Like where every run you get these, you find various weapons, and like as you kill enemies, you get these things called cells. And at the end of each stage, you go to this guy, and you can like use it to like upgrade weapons you find, or if you get blueprints, you unlock new weapons that will appear later on in the run, and stuff like that. And you like increase like the damage output of them. I have like fully upgraded like my gold recovery and my health fast, so now I have like 4 charges, and then like every time I die, like I'll have a bag of gold waiting for me at the start of my next run, and now it's like 80% of what I had before.
Oh.
So it's like if I had a good run of like 10,000 gold, I'll have like 8,000 gold, like starting the game, like starting the next run, so I can like buy stuff and stuff right off the bat. It's really fun. It's a very fun game. I would I would suggest you get it. It's very fun. It's pretty difficult. I like it. I love my roguelikes. And of course I was playing some Dwarf Fortress in my latest Fortress Blood trades. And I was talking to Brayden about some characters, shall we say. One of them being a Miss Maffol. Like Maffol, M-A-F-O-L, like so close to being Malfoy. I almost want to rename them to be Malfoy, but that's a stretch. And I mentioned that like like I like their name, like their English, like their Dwarven translate name is Handled Cloisters. It's like that's kind of fun.
I forgot about that.
And then the Dwarven name is Shame Bottom, and it's like shame, like the word shame, and then bottom, except instead of T's, it's D's. That's how you spell their like last name, and it's the best thing because they're like one of our original 7 dwarves. Like whenever you start a new fortress, it's like a caravan that goes and like answers 7 dwarves, right? And she's one of the original 7. She's one of the OG 7, right? And I just love it because I've also put Brayden, I've put myself, you, and Jimmy and Dylan into this fort, right? And I looked at our personalities because like it's stuff, right? Malfoy is like a hard-working dwarf. Like, that's not Malfoy. It's Doran. There's another guy named. There's two Dorans in this fortress, and the one who's a woodworker who I turn into a miner, like his whole thing is he doesn't care about family or anything. He conceals his emotions and stuff. But he's like all about that work. Gotta constantly work. I look over at and he also likes. I think it's like he likes rabbits for their ability to dig stuff, and he likes boogeymen. He likes boogeymen for their terror-inspiring acts, and I'm just like, sir.
Tell them what boogeymen are. Tell the nice people out there what boogeymen are.
By the way, in this, the whole boogeyman story, I'm sure, like, from folklore and stuff, that I'm sure you've heard of, at least in glancing, like, it's a traditional thing, scary monster, like why kids are afraid of the dark and stuff. It's like, I'm afraid of monsters in the closet. The boogeyman, right? In the Dwarf Fortress universe, it is a legit scary thing. Because in adventure mode, if you're traveling alone, boogeymen will appear, and they are small, they are fast, incredibly agile. Like, the main thing is that they are agile, like, extremely agile. If you can manage to hit them, you're good, essentially. If you can manage to hit them, that's the thing. But, like, they are extremely fast, and your best bet is to mainly outrun them or outsmart them, essentially. But they keep on coming and stuff, and it's kind of weird. And they're very scary. And now think about that. And this guy likes them for their terror-inspiring antics. And I'm just sitting here thinking, this guy, he likes it for the terror-inspiring acts. I want to know what happens if he encounters one. I really want to know. What happens if he goes on an adventure of his own and he encounters them? Will you like him then, huh? Will you like him then? Anyways, it was like this whole thing, and like I joked about it with Brayden because we were on a call at the time, and I then looked at Brayden's personality and like his likes and dislikes and stuff, and I found out his is basically the exact polar opposite of Doran's. Like, what I imagine now in the fortress, I imagine Doran, like the woodworker Doran, who I turned into a miner. I imagine him walking around, and I imagine him seeing like any dwarf and just being like, "Why are you not working? What are you doing, you lazy bastards?" Like, what you doing, you lazy bastards? Get back to work! And stuff like that. Like, unless they're sleeping in their quarters. They're like sleeping in their bedrooms. He just slams open the door. What are you doing? Get up! We got work to do. Anyways, and yeah, and I like how Brayden is basically in this game. His personality is the exact opposite of Doran's. And so I imagine this, like, every time you pass by Doran's, like in passing, and you're going to go work on something, Doran just, like, glares at you. He just narrows his eyes to, like, little, like, glimpses. Oh, boy. But yeah, that's Talking Strats.
I played Half-Life 2, and that's fun.
Yeah, apparently you got that. Also, it is the same summer sale, so I'm probably gonna be getting myself a few new games. So, seeing as... Okay, so, Brayden, we're gonna do news japes. I got a special story for...
Straight off the press... Hot off the press from Durst. What is it?
Sleazy
what was
news. It was sleazy news. Hold on, I got the, I got the article right here. Actually, I have a few, sorry. Just all over the place. It's kind of strange because these are... Like, they're printing out stuff, but it's centered around the U.S. Some of these, it's like, how to sell your soul to the devil. That's one of them I've seen. I'm just gonna read out a few, like, headlines and see what you want. Killer snails in Texas, leprechauns attack. Leprechauns attack, and, locusts invade Detroit. Which one do you want to hear? I want to say...
It's obviously going to be killer snails or the leprechauns.
I think we're going for leprechauns.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's get a real good look at this. I'll send you the picture. Look at this. Look at the picture for this headline. Look at it. It's just a bunch of, like...
Oh, Jesus.
Seattle
under siege.
Leprechauns attack. It's just a bunch of people in, like, leprechaun cosplay. Oh, it's amazing. Wow. Wild leprechauns have moved into Seattle and are responsible for thousands of vicious attacks. A large battalion.
Oh, Jesus.
A large battalion of leprechauns are carrying out vicious attacks in and around the city of Seattle. The pint-sized brutes started moving into Seattle in February and were living peacefully, but they were allegedly set up. A man was dancing with the wrong girl at a Belltown bar. A massive brawl broke out between leprechauns and regular citizens in the bar. Officers arrived at the scene of a bar fight to find the man covered in blood and screaming in pain with his head held in his hands. When officers asked who had attacked him, the man replied, "It was a bunch of leprechauns." That was the beginning to the leprechaun mayhem in Seattle. Since then, hundreds of Seattle citizens have been attacked by leprechauns swinging shillelaghs?
Yeah, I know what they are.
Yeah.
Like the sticks and stuff.
Yeah. Most victims have also been bruised and battered. There have been no fatalities. Yet. The police are trying to rob as many leprechauns as possible, but the little green bouncy men are hard to wrangle. They're a lot faster than you think, said one Seattle cop. You think you have them in your grasp, and then they hop out and leap above you. Some Seattle citizens are arming themselves to fight against the leprechauns. I found a leprechaun gun on eBay. I bought it and I think I'm going to be safe, said Jonathan Medwidden. I also got myself a mahogany chalet. If I see one of them critters, I'm gonna bop them on the head. They ain't gonna steal any of my stuff. Leprechauns supposedly have access to a pot of gold, but times have been hard even for leprechauns around the world, so they have been stealing and looting for the last year. We will rid our city of these varmints. Count on it, said Seattle Police Chief Frank London. And that's the end of the article. Can we just talk about that? Just leprechauns invading. Oi! What you got with our we're going to steal your things! It's so stupid. I mean, I didn't see any leprechauns when I was up in my granddad's, but that's probably because I was in, like, the outskirts. I was probably in, like, the...
When was this article published?
When it was, a couple months ago, actually, March 16th.
Okay.
This year. So,
2 days after my birthday.
Oh, damn. But, yeah, like, Brayden, legit, like, I'm surprised that the leprechauns, I didn't see any. Like, I was in the outskirts. Maybe they already took care of the problem, but, maybe not. Who knows? They're leprechauns.
I don't.
I certainly don't either. They're certainly tricksy. They're very... I mean, like, that's the whole thing. They're like tricksters and stuff. Okay. I think... Actually, for once, we made it in good time. Let's go to prompt time, in fact. Let's see if I actually have the Tumblr this time around. That's the real question, Brayden. Like I said earlier in this podcast about how we've gone a bit more professional about these things. Now let's see if I can live up to that in full and bring out the good stuff. If I can find it. I'm looking, Brayden. I'm looking. I could have sworn I had it. Brayden, do you want to look it up? Potentially?
Look up the prompt time?
Yeah, well, not prompt time, but like, look up writing prompt Tumblr.
Okay.
See if you can do that. In the meantime, I'll try looking for the actual, like, Tumblr page, because I know I have it somewhere, I just need to find it. Yeah, we were so close, guys. We were so very close to actually being good at this, but alas. Tuning Fortress, no. Blood Alloy, no.
This one isn't good.
No,
The haunted house is sentient and you're stuck inside.
That's kind of meh.
Nah, I'm just like... I don't know. I just saw a picture, and that was what like
Yeah.
there's words on it.
I got you. That was the thing is, Brain. That's copyrighted by motherfucking DreamWorks or whoever made Monster House. Because that is the whole thing of Monster House. The whole house is haunted and you're stuck inside, like, they were stuck inside and stuff. It was alive, but, like, it's basically the same thing. We can't be doing this, Brayden. We gotta have that OG content. That OG...
Retell a story that you know, but this time add monsters. Retell the Pink Floyd concert, but this time add monsters.
The orb is a beholder from D&D. Like, you know, the beholder where it's like this, like a floating, like, collection of eyeballs, like, connected by, like, fleshy bits. Just like, it's the beholder. Nah. What other stories? That could make my, my whatchamacallit. That could make my story in regards to the, what is it? When I was talking about, like, lifting the tree, it could be an ent that was helping out. You got anything else? Got any other good dank prompts?
Looking, but these are weird. I don't understand them.
Okay, let me try this.
Let's see, ready.
Daily Did I find it? I might have found it, Brayden.
What is this? Okay, I've got some weird thing I just found. Thousands of years from now, when humans are extinct and dolphins are the dominant species, they discover a mosquito in amber with perfectly preserved human DNA. Dolphin scientists are able to recreate humans and decide to make a giant theme park where dolphins come to see real-life humans.
What? So wait, it's like reverse Jurassic Park?
Except with dolphins as the humans, and then the humans aren't gonna, like, actively... Well, I guess we would actively try to break out of containment.
Yeah, because...
It wouldn't be as Jurassic. Hey.
Puns.
I didn't mean to say it like that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's unintended... I mean, we can edit it in and say that it was fully intended. We're not going to, though, because I'm lazy.
In your village lies the Lake of Memories. If anyone wishes to be rid of a memory, they write it on a rock, throw it in, and forget. Those who wish to be wise often search for rocks to read, but the memory is then theirs to keep. You find a rock in your childhood handwriting.
Oh. Ooh, that's actually a really cool thing. And it kind of reminds me of the Adventure Zone. Because, I mean, it's kind of like the Adventure Zone. This is semi-spoilers for it. Do you think I should talk about it? In case listeners want to listen to it?
Don't know.
It's a D&D podcast. It's pretty great. Essentially, there's basically a void fish. It's like this giant jellyfish. It's essentially like this giant jellyfish in a big tank, essentially. And it lives off of information. Like, it eats information. So, like, you, literally a thing that's been done where, like, a person has written down music for it, and then, like, a sheet music for it, and he plays it, and then, they feed it. They feed the sheet music to the void fish, and the music is completely forgotten by everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. And if you drink, essentially, it's, secretions, essentially, you will gain all the stuff, that it's consumed. You will know about everything that's blocked out, and, it's a plot point, essentially. And hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for people who want to listen to it. And hopefully you don't listen to this and then hear Adventure Zone and be like, hey, I want to go listen to that, and then listen to the rest of this and be like, dang it, Andrew, you spoiled it for me!
Also, I have, a prompt that is, I guess relevant, quote-unquote. You and your immortal friends amuse yourselves with practical jokes. Since you're immortal, some of your joke setups take centuries or even millennia to execute.
I mean, it's kind of related. We're semi-immortal, kind of.
Semi.
Well, I mean, we are, technically.
Just
Well,
don't die.
We're God tier right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't have a heroic or just death, Andrew. Just play your neutral life.
Yeah, just play a completely neutral life. A heroic or just death, not rogue.
Did I say
Yeah, you
rogue
said
instead
rogue
of heroic?
death. What's a rogue death imply, Brayden? Killed by a
I don't
rogue.
You'd probably, I think that would be kind of like a just death, because you went rogue.
That's more so, yeah, that's more so a just death than anything. Anyways, that actually does sound kind of funny. Of like, okay, so
Justin would be able to do it easily.
No, here's the pitch. And it just continues on for actual millennia. It's like, and then, what's a punchline? And then I told her, like, and then he told her, well, if you're so bad, why don't you go put yourself in a blender? Hey!
Excuse me?
Brayden, exactly. It took a millennia to set up.
It's a practical joke, like a prank, Andrew. Wait, not like.
Wait, wait. Is it a practical joke? Wait,
yeah, it's a practical joke.
Oh, I thought.
No, not Jesus, Andrew.
Wait, I thought it was like I imagine
it'd be like telling someone's life story, and then only up to the funny part, like where they actually say the joke.
You literally. I thought. Okay, that makes a bit more sense than what I thought. I thought it was you literally telling someone a funny joke. Joke. You go full funny joke at someone, and it literally like the whole context of the joke carries on for an actual millennium.
No.
Oh, so it's like a prank that like you gotta be like in order for it to take place, you have to have had lived this long in order to complete it. Is that what it is?
Just
like a really elaborate prank to just get someone to like a really very, very elaborate prank to like make someone walk under this one specific door so that they can then be dumped with a bucket of water.
Even like if you walk, it would be like if I completely booby trapped your house, your giant like vertical house, and I completely booby trapped it.
From like top to bottom, every
and
single thing.
And it only activates after like 10 years when I know you're going to be in there. Like I've seen into the future.
Yeah, you use your omnipotence to see into
you will be in that house eventually.
You will.
And I spent forever setting up every single part of the house for the trap.
Conveniently always dodging you at just the right moment. To make sure you never notice me. My elaborate prank shall be accomplished. And like, I mean, yeah, I guess that would work for you, technically, because since you're a mage of light and all that. That would make sense.
You will be screwed.
Do we want to live on that note?
Live on that note?
Not. I mean, we could live on it too.
Better be G sharp, am I right?
Just literally, a music note is just floating in front of us.
Quickly, create a throw carpet that's just a music note.
Yeah, got it. We're good.
Throw it on the stage.
We're gonna live on this note, and we're gonna leave you here. Sorry about not taking you out of this dimension. Bye-bye, everybody.
No, Andrew, please. I don't want them to break my stuff.
Brayden.
Put them in the Nexus.
Okay, fine. Just
put them in the lands of moms and spaghetti.
Oh, right. Forgot about that one.
Have fun with that place.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. As it implies, mom and spaghetti. Mom spaghetti. This week, mom spaghetti.
There's spaghetti on a spaghetti already. Mom spaghetti.
Anyways, with that, see ya. And bye-bye. We'll see you all in the next one.
Bow, 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 bow.
And with that, we'll see you next time. Can't wait to see what the next episode brings us. Bye-bye.
That should have ended like 3 times already.
Oh yeah, it totally should have ended. See ya.